Dear child, I see your eyes. The belonging you seek is not behind you. It is ahead.
Back in the days of the PS2, Traveller's Tales brought us the wonderful rendition of Star Wars in LEGO form, and since that day, there has been tons of LEGO games. Today we are super happy to look at the latest LEGO game, which is again a Star Wars entry which we are over the moon about, which is LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. This is Nathan from C&NOnline, here for a LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens review.
Stole a freighter.
The two were accompanied by a girl.
What girl?
Chewie, we're home.
This droid has to get to the Resistance base as soon as possible.
He's carrying a map to Luke Skywalker.
Don't tell me a Rathor's got loose. I got a bad feeling about this.
Set in a galaxy far, far away, LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens takes place during the events of Star Wars Episode 7, telling the story of our new characters Rey and Finn. Blending the previous LEGO Star Wars game together with the new one, we start off with a retelling of the Battle of Endor, playing as Leia and Han as they work with the Ewoks to fight back the Empire, and a brief section of Luke fighting the Emperor. After that, we are thrust straight into Star Wars Episode 7, all the way up to the final fight with Kylo Ren. The game not only focuses on the story of Episode 7, but expands the Star Wars universe by telling side stories of events that happened during Episode 7 that were not featured within the film. The story is so expansive and adds so much more to Star Wars Episode 7 that it offers a lot more than just a retelling in LEGO format. Those who have played a previous LEGO game before, Star Wars or otherwise, will know exactly what to expect with the gameplay mechanics. The game is a puzzle platformer which will put you to the test of using different character abilities and to rebuild different parts of worlds to get through and progress. The game does feature a few new mechanics like every LEGO game does, one of these being the new multi-build feature. In past games, when there was a pile of LEGO bricks, you rebuilt an area and progressed through the puzzle. In LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens, there's the new multi-build feature which takes a pile of bricks with 3 to 4 possible outcomes. Players will have to find the best outcome for their puzzle, and sometimes there'll be more than one way to solve a puzzle or to get an unlockable. A further new mechanic is the new first-person shooter mode. If you're a fan of Star Wars Battlefront, it's not quite the same, but you'll go into a first-person shooter or third-person shooter kind of style mode, where you will be able to press R2 or square to fire at enemies from behind cover. This is a really interesting new format for the LEGO series, which makes fighting a little bit more interesting than just pressing square as you walk around a level. The game has a ton of unlockables with a massive character roster and tons of levels with the new side quests, which was a brilliant addition on Traveller's Tales' behalf. Not only is there a ton to unlock, there is a massive replayability feature with this game, with tons of open worlds to explore, tons of different characters to use, and new DLC packs which will feature characters from Episode 6 and further backwards, which Warner Brothers are slowly putting out on the PlayStation and Xbox marketplaces. The soundtrack for LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens is fantastic and is the same soundtrack as used within the 7th movie. And this helps add to a realistic Star Wars experience, and Traveller's Tales have got that spot on with LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. Graphically, this is the best that LEGO Star Wars and LEGO in general has looked on console, and every single LEGO brick pops out piece by piece and it makes it just look that much better than it has before. It's that time of the review for the positives and negatives. Positives are the new multi-build feature, which adds a whole new level of challenge for the puzzles. Not so challenging that younger audiences can't play, but challenging to make it feel that much different from previous entries. The new shooting mechanic is also brilliant with the cover feature, but it only takes place in select levels, which is the slight negative downside about this feature. Also, it's the same old LEGO formula we know and love, and it's a brilliant retelling of Star Wars Episode 7. And, other than the shooting mechanic being used quite sparsely, there isn't any negatives for LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. After the introduction of LEGO Dimensions, we wasn't quite sure if we'd ever see a standalone LEGO game again. Though LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens is a terrific piece of work, retelling one of the best films that have come out recently in cinemas. Star Wars Episode 7 has so much more on offer than just its story, due to the expansion of the universe with new side quests, new mechanics, which just make it feel that much fresher as a LEGO game. If you're a fan of Star Wars, you owe it to yourself to play this game, and if you're a fan of LEGO games, you definitely should go pick this up. If you're looking for a fun game for the kids, or a fun game for a Star Wars fan, you have that title right here. That is why LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens is getting a C&N score of 5 out of 5. Thank you for watching, guys. If you could leave your comments down below, tell us what you think of LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. Is it the best LEGO game to date? Do you not like it? Tell us why. All down below in the comments, and make sure to hit subscribe and favourite, because that shows us that you love our content. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. This is Nathan from C&NOnline.
Tell me about the droid.
He's a BB unit with a selenium drive and a thermal hyperscan vindicator.
It's carrying a section of a navigational chart. And we have the rest. Recovered from the archives of the Empire, but we need the last piece. And somehow you convinced the droid to show it to you. I know you've seen the map. It's in there. And now you'll give it to me. Don't be afraid. I feel it too.
I'm not giving you anything.
We'll see.
You're afraid that you will never be as strong as Darth Vader.